Welcome, my friend. This is a 25-minute yin yoga practice focusing on the upper body to help release tension and support improved posture. You don't need any props for this class, just your yoga mat. And when you're ready, find a kneeling position at the back of your mat. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in through your nose. And sigh your exhale out your mouth. Inhale deeply, sweep your arms up, palms touch above your head. Pause, suspend your breath. Exhale, lower your hands to heart center. And we'll do that again. Inhale, lift your arms up. Pause your breath at the very top. And then exhale, hands through prayer. Our first yin yoga posture is puppy. Walking your hands forward, keep your hips stacked above your knees, and then melt your chest down towards your mat, taking either your forehead or your chin to the mat. We're here for 90 seconds, a pretty short hold in the yin world. The width of your hands is going to be completely dependent on your body, so just find what works for you. This can be quite an uncomfortable posture, especially if you're feeling a lot of tension and tightness in the shoulders. But yin teaches us to find acceptance in discomfort. And that's the challenge of yin, that and allowing yourself the patience to hold in stillness. Ease yourself out and come to lie down on your belly and forearms in Sphinx. Just for a couple of breaths. And our next yin pose is going to be open wing. Target area is to stretch your chest, shoulder, and inner arm and pec area. Reach your left arm out to the side, either straight out or in a cactus shape. Roll onto your left hip, lower your left side of the head to the mat, and just find any leg position here that suits you. Maybe you step your top foot behind, maybe your right arm wraps behind your back. It doesn't really matter what's going on with your legs or your right arm. What we're after here is target area of stretching the left pec and then into the left shoulder, left armpit, left inner arm. In this class, we're targeting the lung and large intestine meridian lines, and they run along the inner and outer arms and chest. In traditional Chinese medicine, these meridian lines are connected to the metal element. Notice here if you're holding on to anything that can be let go. Maybe there's tension in the jaw that can be unclenched. Hips and legs soften. Breath is deep. And slowly unwind, returning to Sphinx. And before we find that pose on the second side, we're taking closed wings, stretching the outer shoulders. Thread your left arm underneath the right and just wriggle around to snuggle the arms further apart. Allow your head to rest down. If this is too intense, release your right arm coming up onto the forearm. Again, it doesn't really matter what this posture is looking like. What is important here is the target area of the outer left shoulder. And because this is stretching the outer shoulder, this is activating the large intestine meridian. We're holding here for 3 minutes this time. And use this time to allow yourself to fully relax. Using every breath out to visualize softening and releasing. In traditional Chinese medicine theory, the 12 main meridians come in pairs, one being yin and one being yang. The lung meridian runs along the inner arm and is a yin meridian. The large intestine, as I've just mentioned, runs along the outer arm and is a yang meridian. Yin meridians typically are running along the inner arm or the inner leg, and the yang, the outer arm and the outer leg. The yang side of the body is that which is more exposed to the sun, the yang energy being connected to the sun. So we see how this all connects, which is something that I find so interesting to learn more about. Alright, slowly unwind and just rest on your belly for a moment, perhaps using your hands as a pillow. Let's find open wing on the second side, reaching your right arm out straight or making that cactus shape, rolling onto the right hip. And then just finding a leg position that is going to work for you right now, in a place where you can relax, allow your muscles to release. So I mentioned earlier that the lung and the large intestine meridians are connected to the metal element. So each of us is made up of the various elements, and in traditional Chinese medicine theory there are 5 elements. The metal element is associated with immunity, nourishment, vocal expression, and moisture. Traditional Chinese medicine teaches that symptoms of weak metal element in the body may include symptoms associated with dryness, so perhaps a dry cough, dry skin, recurrent respiratory infections. So if you have a tendency to get ill and catch viruses, quite often that's an indicator that you might be weak in the metal element. An aversion to cold temperatures, a melancholy mood, and perhaps shortness of breath. And slowly unwind back to Sphinx. Just here for a moment. And then making your way into closed wing. This time your right arm is threading underneath the left. Take a moment to get yourself in your ideal position. We want to be feeling stretch in the outer right shoulder. So just make any adjustments that you need to get there. Allowing your head to rest down if that's comfortable. And it's also believed that poor posture can be a contributor to a weak metal element. Something we're trying to counteract in today's class. Other contributors to a weak metal element or an imbalance may be too much exposure to extreme temperatures, smoking, a sedentary lifestyle, unresolved grief, and also constant usage of your voice. So if you're in a line of work that involves a lot of talking, so for example teaching yoga, that can lead to weak metal element. And if your metal element is weak, you may be more prone to feelings of sadness. Alright, it's time to unwind and just come into a resting position on your belly. And then when you're ready, press yourself up into a sitting position, either cross-legged or on your knees. And next to yin pose is eagle arms. Cross your left arm over right, binding once or twice. Remain seated in your eagle arms, or option to lie down on your belly in eagle. And if you're choosing that, I recommend unwinding your arms, come to lying down, and then re-wrap. Your head can rest down. Each of the 5 elements in traditional Chinese medicine has an associated color and taste, as well as emotion and some other points. For the metal element, the color is white and the taste is spicy. If you're experiencing weakness in the metal element, you may be advised to harmonize that weakness and find balance by incorporating white and spicy foods into the diet, alongside other nourishing practices, including yoga and meditation, of course. Much of the aim of this healing system is to balance out the imbalances, always trying to bring the body into a state of homeostasis. That is the journey of the yin and the yang, always trying to find that balance. But understanding that being in a state of total balance isn't normal, it's not to be expected, but we're always striving for it. Alright, come on up, release. Give the shoulders a bit of a roll. And then when you're ready, finding eagle wrap on the second side. Okay, gently release, press yourself up to sit, rolling out the shoulders. And our final yin pose before Savasana is lounging monkey, targeting the inner arms of the long meridian. Come to sit with your legs extended, take your arms out behind you, fingertips pointing away. And that's pretty much it. You're just reclining here. Perhaps allowing yourself to take in the lovely Dorset coast scenery as you relax into this stretch. Alright, that's it. Come to lie down, allowing legs to flop open, palms face up, eyes closed, Shavasana. Allow awareness to soften. Feel the sensations of your body lying down on your mat. Take a full, deep breath in, filling belly, ribs, and chest. And as you breathe out, start to find movement in fingers and toes. Gradually bending into your knees, roll onto one side, coming up to sit. Bringing your hands in front of your heart in prayer and bowing forward in a gesture of gratitude for yourself. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me for your practice. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more yoga classes.